So today I want to share a story with you that's familiar to you that can help you build some perspective around addiction. Some perspective, not all of it. Addiction is quite broad. So we're going to take a case example of a man called John. He's 40 years old. And for the last 15 years, John has been struggling with alcohol addiction. He has tried everything at his disposal, but nothing has worked. But then one day, John meets this young woman, about 28 years old. And in their first encounter, in their first interaction, in the presence of this woman for the first time, John experiences all these positive emotions that are extremely good. He's feeling seen, he's feeling understood, his world is making sense now. And maybe these are feelings that John has not experienced for a really long time or has never experienced before. And so he's been yearning for them, waiting, wanting to feel these feelings. And here he's experiencing them. And now this feeling is just too good. So they get into a relationship and everything is rosy and wonderful. John promises to quit drinking and does it successfully. For the first time, John has not drunk for at least 3 months. But this is what is happening. John now has been able to get or to feel all these positive feelings because of his interactions with this woman. He feels understood, he feels wanted, he feels respected, he feels appreciated. Everything that he wasn't feeling, that he was using alcohol to distract him from not feeling, he's now able to feel with this woman. And for John, he's in love with this woman. This is the best thing that could ever happen to him. But you see, this woman is a human being. She has her own life. She's not an object that you can use anytime you want to satisfy the feelings that you have probably been deprived of for a very long time. And so now, 2 months into the relationship, they start having fights because this woman thinks that John is a bit too clingy. John is a bit too possessive. And then John now has, stopped talking to all of his friends. Well, he has already done that with the alcohol addiction in the last 15 years. But now he's doing it more. He's actually making this woman not have any friends. And this woman now is starting to think that John may be a narcissist. But really, John has just replaced one addiction of alcohol with another one, infatuation. The process that John is going through activates the same reward system in the brain that alcohol used to, or any other substance. The reward system is activated by activities or things that make us feel good. But these activities that are addictive usually make us feel really, really good, extremely good. So now as they start fighting 2 months into the relationship, John starts thinking, I'm not feeling as wanted, I'm not feeling as seen, I'm not feeling as appreciated or respected. So now he starts going back slowly to his drinking. And then he's back to where he started. And so understanding addiction is very important in knowing how to help a person with addiction. A lot of people who get into addictive behaviors use it as a coping mechanism, a maladaptive coping mechanism. Yes, they're aware that it has negative consequences to their psychology, to their psychological aspects and physical parts, but they still continue using it because it allows them to sort of escape the difficult emotions that they don't want to experience, the emotional distress, the anxiety, the depression, the family feud, the disappointment, the frustration, the heartbreak, the betrayal, all those negative feelings. These people have found alcohol as a way to escape experiencing them, either numbing them or being away from them, whatever feeling they might describe it, but they're using it to go away from that. And so falling in love can be a way of addiction. It is a form of addiction because it activates the same reward system in the brain. I'm not saying that all falling in love is a form of addiction, but infatuation particularly, when there is that intense passion, that intense chemistry at the beginning of a relationship, you really want to be worried, especially if it's the one that's making you quit one addiction to come into, if it's the one that's taking you away from your addiction.